In today's video, I'm going to discuss why I started fasting the way that I fast, and I'm going to go more in depth in this video as to why I chose to start fasting for my weight loss. Just in case you don't know, in 2021, I started on a weight loss journey. I was 265 pounds. And by the following year of May, which was May of 2022, I got down to about 187 pounds. The way that I actually was able to accomplish a majority of that weight loss was by eating in a caloric deficit. Now, what is a caloric deficit? A caloric deficit basically means that you're burning more calories than you're consuming. My calories in the beginning, when I first started at 265, was 2,300 calories. I built my diet around that. I started with the protein first, made sure that I had adequate protein, and then I added in the carbs to fill in whatever calories were left after I had started building the diet with the protein. As my weight went down, I had to adjust those calories down, and so it eventually got me to the point where I was basically started fasting on a consistent basis. And so the main method of fasting that I did over a long period of time was basically just giving up lunch. So that happened towards the end of my weight loss journey, when I was basically close to the weight that I wanted to be, which is roughly around 190 pounds. I started fasting for lunch on a daily basis, and that I did that for about a period of about 3 months. Prior to that, I was only fasting 1 day a week. So when I first started losing weight, I was only fasting 1 day a week. And as I got closer to my goal, let's just say around January of 22, that's when I started fasting daily. So that was my fasting schedule. I feel like for me, one of the main benefits that I got from fasting was learning how to control my cravings. Food is addictive. Salt is addictive. Sugar is addictive. When you fast, you put yourself in a position where you learn to conquer those cravings. You're not spiking your insulin all the time, and you're not spiking that craving when you're not eating. You learn to adapt to hunger, and you learn to adapt to not having something. That's what fasting did for me. It taught me how to deal with my hunger. It taught me how to endure hunger. It taught me how to endure cravings. The second benefit in my mind as far as fasting is that you're able to not spike that insulin as much. You're able to deal with a little hunger, and when you're not spiking your insulin, you're learning how to balance your energy levels. A lot of people live sedentary lives, and so you're not very active. People aren't active. So when you're eating all the time and you're not active, then all you're doing is creating more fat storage for your body. The body if you're not using the fuel, your body's going to store the fuel as fat. So that's another benefit, is that you learn how to control that energy balance in your body. And so this is really the crux of why I started fasting. So just to summarize, what I did was I started fasting 1 day a week. And then as I got close to my fat loss goals, I started fasting every day. And the reason I did that was, number one, I wanted to preserve muscle. So I didn't want to be giving up too much food during the fat loss phase, especially early on. And number two, I didn't want to have issues hitting these weight plateaus and not being able to cut calories. And so those are the two primary reasons why I only started fasting 1 day a week. And then as I got closer to my goal, I started doing a daily fast. So yeah, that's my story. And so that's how it all happened. But again, guys, if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. I'd be more than happy to answer those questions. And I wish you all much success. I'll be putting out more videos as well.